So, something that I had to learn about in all of the relationships that I was getting into, whether they were intimate relationships, friendships, whatever, is that sometimes we have the tendency to fall into codependency. And codependency shows up in different ways, whereas I had control issues and codependency, and I couldn't always see how they connected. I finally did. So, in understanding that, um, 2 years ago, I essentially felt like I lost everything. And I say that because my husband and I split up, right? We've discussed it. It's on my channel. He was my rock, like my best friend. Still is my best friend. And part of the reason why I felt like I lost everything is because we had shared so many like traumatic situations, in my opinion. Like my father passing, his mom had got into an accident. So there were a lot of things that we shared, and we were a huge support system for each other. So that essentially put me into hermit mode, right? But I went into hermit mode, and then I substituted what place he held for me for friends. So I was like hanging out with my friends more, and super grateful for them and for the things that they did, because they helped pull out parts of me that I had thought I lost. So, fast forward a year, still maintaining a relationship with my friends. My husband and I reconnect, and we're maintaining a friendship while co-parenting, which was very good for my daughter, right? Um, but the world, energy, spirit, God, goddess, universe, however you identify with the higher power that you pray to and believe in, has a way of like coming back and being like, are we still codependent, or are we still a narcissist, or are we still dealing with the same crap that we've been dealing with, right? So I got back in hermit mode because things again were stripped away from me, and it was like me understanding like I am not a person who needs other people to be myself. And it's something that I thought like, oh, I need these people so that I could be fun. I need these people because they bring these things out of me. But in truth, I just needed to bring them out of myself. So all these relationships where I was experiencing codependency kept being taken away from me. And I kept being like, what is happening here? And it confused me. It frustrated me. I was hurt. Yes, I felt lonely. But there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. And I had to get comfortable with being alone and what that meant. I had gotten there because going to the movies by myself, going out to eat by myself were all things that I did and I was comfortable with. And I didn't always need to be on my phone or interacting with a game, texting, talking on the phone. Like just sitting in the moment and enjoying a meal or enjoying a movie or just enjoying being by myself. I liked it. And like for a little bit, I did think it was weird because it was like, as humans, like we like to be around each other, but sometimes we like to be around each other so much that we're not by ourselves. And then that's when it's not healthy. And I can say in the past 2 years, I started to get more comfortable being around other people than being with myself. And that's where, like I said, everything said, oh, we thought we checked you about this 2 years ago. So it seems like you still got some growing up to do, some understanding to do, that there is a healthy balance in being with yourself and being with others. And in truth, it's something that I've struggled with in all of my relationships. So I had to learn, and, being by myself this time, immediately I got the lesson. Immediately I understood what I needed to learn. And I said, okay, now I got the lesson. Now it's really time to learn it and observe it for myself, because it's how I process, it's how my mind works. Like, okay, this is what I needed to learn. Then I got to work backwards to see all the places where I wasn't learning that and what decisions I needed to make to be different. And how, if this situation shows up again, how I'm going to check it to make sure that, okay, officially not codependent anymore. I can like to be around people, but I can also like to be by myself. It was definitely daunting. And like, in that, it's understanding more and more of yourself. Like, I'm reiterating in this relationship series that the most important relationship you'll have is with yourself, because you come into the world alone and you leave it alone. So you have to be able to nurture yourself and nature yourself, because you need both. But you have to learn that healthy balance of, yes, I can interact. Yes, I can pull back and be alone. Yes, I can interact and have fun. Yes, I can have fun and be by myself. And it was definitely something I don't think I was fully prepared for. And in the relationship that I discussed prior to this one, where I was hanging out with that guy, there were a lot of aspects of me that had been untapped that like fully lit up when I was hanging out with him. So when that relationship was ending and that situation was running its course, I did have conversations with like my cousin and saying, what if I'm not that person anymore without him? But what if you are? What's more scary? To not be that person without him, because then it was never who you were? Or to be that person without him and to know, I'm lit all by myself. And I like to think I'm a party. I don't care what other people think, because we spend so much time caring about what other people think that we don't get to think about ourselves for ourselves. It's like, oh, if this person says we're too emotional, then we're too emotional. If this person says that we're like the mommy of the group, then we're the mommy of the group. Or if this person says we're a narcissist and we're too strict, or that we gaslight, and all of these things, we adapt all of these other personality traits, when then like, lo and behold, like, maybe you're just a loner. And that's cool too. But then that's who you are, and you figured it out for yourself. So I found in my friendships and in intimate relationships, I am codependent. I am not that way with my family. I'm always the person like ready to like dance to the beat of my own drum. Like the little girl in I can't think of the movie. I bounce to the beat of my own drum. That song is playing in my head as I'm saying that. So that's what it made me think of. 100%, like, let that be who you are. Bounce to the beat of your own drum, and then know what your own drum is and not what other people have told you it is. And sometimes it's through self-discovery. Sometimes it's through like deep reflection. And sometimes it's like how it has with me. Like 2 years ago, stuff was taken away. 2 years later, stuff was taken away again. And I had to go, oh, I didn't get it. So yeah, codependency and exploring that was very interesting. And my mentor had told me I was codependent, but not me. I rejected that, but lo and behold, your girl was. And it's something that I can still struggle with, because it's not like I fixed it, because as we see, it took me 2 years. But it didn't just take me 2 years. It took me 33 years to discover it, acknowledge it, see it, identify, reflect, and really try to figure it out. The next video I'm going to do, I'm going to have the pleasure of having my cousin do it with me, which I'm super excited for. And we're going to discuss the mother-daughter relationship. I'm really, really looking forward to this one, because as I might have mentioned in another video, Spirit laid it on me about how the energy we're interacting with right now is very similar to the energy we dealt with 2 years ago. And as I've said, 2 years ago in this whole video, I went through the same situation. So, well, not the same, very similar. So I'm very excited to have her come, whether we do it through Zoom and I upload it, or we do it on video chat and I upload it, or we're in the same place, same time. Because I also haven't been around her in a little bit, and like, maybe I miss her. But I'm really, really excited to discuss this because I'm a mother, I'm a daughter in love, and she is a daughter. So you're gonna get it from every perspective in a sense. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. So be prepared to see that next video, because that'll probably be the next one that I do. And thank you so much for listening. And as always, until we meet again.